Hey guys, Sigmund here, and today we're going to be talking about the safety of the iPhone 5s's fingerprint sensor, and I can guarantee you it's not as safe as Apple would have you think. Okay, let's start off with Apple's argument that it's supposed to be a lot harder against your device with this fingerprint sensor. Well, I'm not really sure about this because it's not very hard for a nosy individual to just get your finger and put it on your device, say if you're sleeping or something like that. And if a police officer or an agent at an airport wants to look at your phone to unlawfully search it, it makes it a lot easier for them to just force your finger onto the device than trying to guess a pin with 10,000 combinations. And another argument is that Apple has a big history of having no regard for user privacy, so I'm slightly skeptical to trust them on the validity of their claims of not storing the passcodes in some online database like they have been doing with a lot of other data. And also, Apple claims that this is some magic sensor that can only register fingerprints and not some copy of fingerprints. This claim has come out of slightly hot water lately. Now, I thought this was a bit ridiculous that a fingerprint can't be replicated. We've all seen those spy movies where someone replicates a fingerprint, and yes, the same thing has happened with Apple's so-called indestructible 5S. A group called the Chaos Computer Club has demonstrated that access can be gained with just a high-quality photo of a fingerprint. Not even the original, it was taken from a mark made on a glass table. And it makes you think, if Apple are lying about this, what else could they be lying about? Also, what if your fingerprint data is somehow compromised? Your fingerprints never change, so if someone gets a hold of your fingerprints, they can use it to unlock anything in the entire future of your life. So that's a big issue with fingerprint technology for sure. Also, the iPhone 5S is more theft-proof than the last iPhone. In fact, it's more susceptible to theft. All you have to do to bypass the lock and fingerprint sensor is restore in iTunes. Are your fingerprints really hard-coded to the device? Of course not. How will you resell it on sites like eBay? Also, the robot doesn't care about his fingerprint getting logged because he'll just use something like gloves or a cloth when using it and just sell it to someone else and get the cash. And the iPhone 5S is more susceptible to theft because it's worth more. Then there's the argument that it's quicker to get into your device with this. What about Android Lock, the jailbreak tweak? It's much easier and there's lots and lots of different combinations to make it very safe. And also, something that's really bothered me is the massive price increase of the iPhone 5S. The 64GB version is $129 more expensive, and it doesn't even provide that much more over the last generation. It's just very ridiculous, I think. And even the iPhone 5C is pretty overpriced, not even being $100 cheaper than the iPhone 5. So with all this in mind, is it really worth the massive price increase? Well, I don't think so. Honestly, if I wanted to get the new iPhone and didn't have any iPhone at all, I would just get the iPhone 5C because it's a lot safer. And there's a lot less concerns about the privacy and safety about that sort of thing. And I'm pretty much happy with my iPhone 5, except I think a plastic casing would be a lot better because it's a lot harder to damage something like that. But the thing is, it's thicker because it's pretty much like a case I just glued to the iPhone 5. But anyway, I still think the iPhone 5C is better than the 5S and with all this in regard. But I don't really have an issue with the 5S. I just think if I had it, I definitely would not use the fingerprint sensor, and it's not worth the price increase by far. Usually Apple decrease the price or keep it the same with each generation, but this just seems ridiculous. So anyway, tell me what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.